Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of When Reality Hits. Today, I am so excited.
So excited, actually.
So excited for this one. Zach Wickham is here again as my co-host, my bestie. And I am so excited because we've got the model, actress, former Miss USA, and now wicked awesome podcast host, Shanna Moakler. Welcome to When Reality Hits.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you. We have so many questions.
And also, you're like the original OG reality star. You know what I mean?
I was one of them. I was one of the, I'd like to say one of the pioneers, but obviously the Osbournes and the Newlyweds, they're the real pioneers. But we were there.
You were.
You were top 3.
Yeah.
I'll take it, I like it.
And it was back in 2005.
Yep, around that time. Yeah, because I had, I was pregnant with, actually it was a little earlier, I think. It was around like 2002 because I was pregnant on the show. We had Landon. Yeah, like 2003, 2004, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. Before we get started on everything, do you want to tell us a little bit about your new podcast that you just launched?
Yes, I'm so excited about it. I've always wanted to do a podcast and I just could never find that like right person to do it with me. I knew I didn't want to do it alone. Obviously having such a successful podcast as yourself, that energy that you have with your co-host, how important it is. So when I was actually going to do it with Kelly Monaco. She left General Hospital, but then she ended up getting a bunch of work engagements and I had to go on the hunt. And I was like, Claudia Jordan. Like, I've known her since I was a teenager, since I was like 15 years old. She was Miss Rhode Island USA. I was going to be Miss Rhode Island Teen USA. And, we're both from Rhode Island. We were both in pageants. We both moved to Hollywood. We both did, different reality TV shows. And she's just such an East Coast girl. It was just such an easy fit to do. And we just have so many crazy stories, like same stories about love, life, men, we're in our 50s. So it's just a really natural, organic fit.
I cannot
stop you right there.
I
you
cannot
look a day over 27.
That you are in your 50s. Like that is insane.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You are incredibly gorgeous. Like that. Yeah.
Well, I was telling you earlier, we're doing construction in my home right now, so I don't have access really to like my makeup and my lighting and everything. So I'm kind of raw dogging it over here, but I'm having a lot.
I wish what raw dogging looked like that when I did it. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh,
making me feel good.
Talking about construction, because I was looking at your Instagram and stuff. So you're with your partner Greg. I know it's not new.
Yes,
you are redoing houses.
We're remodeling our home.
Houses,
yeah, I actually met Greg 30 years ago when we were both young models in Miami Beach. I was 18, he was 20. And we kind of dated. He and I dated like 30 years ago. We both moved to LA. We did Poison Ivy 3 with Jamie Presley. She was in it. You guys should really go watch it. It's quite funny. We laugh at it.
That might be added to my queue later.
Yeah, it's so funny. And then, we ended up reconnecting about 2-3 years ago. And just, it just was very organic and natural. And he moved me to Texas. So I live in Dallas now. I absolutely love it. But yes, we are doing a big remodel and we're doing like a big, like his and hers closets, bathroom, master, laundry room, office. So, I mean, you can see our house is literally like,
oh, it's a war. That's a war zone.
Yeah, it's like a war zone. So it's pretty crazy here.
Oh, but I'm so happy.
I'm so excited for when it's done. It's going to be epic.
And then it's going to be yours.
Yeah. And you're in a good place now, a good relationship, feeling happy.
Yes, finally. There's I got that light at the end of the tunnel because it was pretty rocky there for a while.
Yeah.
My love life has not been an easy road, that's for sure. So
Girl, I can connect with you so much on many of the things. Are you familiar with the Valley at all, or Vanderpump Rules or anything?
Yeah, Nia Sanchez was my Miss Nevada.
We were going to bring that up.
Yeah, she was my Miss. She was my second Miss USA, so I'm super proud of her. And I just love her and Daniel. So, and she's just procreating like it's nobody's business.
I know, yeah.
Trust me, I keep trying to get her to stop. I'm like, okay, I think 4 is enough.
Yeah, right? I mean, she's just like having babies like it's her day job. But, that's one of the joys about being a director and working with Miss Nevada is seeing these girls go on and do really cool things, I have another girl who went on Deal or No Deal and, all these different things. So it's really fun.
There is something I wanted to bring up that I looked when I saw in your past. So in 2009, there was a little controversy with Miss California, and you stepped up to the plate. And I feel like you, at a time when a lot of people weren't speaking out, especially celebrities, about Proposition 8, and a lot of people were being very anti-gay marriage. You stepped away and were like, you weren't gonna take what they were doing, and then came back into it because I guess the person stepped away, the pageant person. But I just wanted to say that's like very amazing that you were already taking that stance when a lot of people weren't back then.
Thank you. Being in pageants, a lot of our sponsors are gay men and women. And, they give to these girls, who compete so much, everything. I mean, they really wouldn't be able to go to nationals and do what they do without, the love and support from these companies. So when that controversy happened and, I really felt like I couldn't not make a stand, but when the No Hate campaign came out, it was just like perfect timing because it really allowed me, we actually just did a documentary. They're doing a documentary, I think on like the 20-year anniversary or 15-year anniversary or something. And they came and interviewed me and they're so sweet. They were like, you help us spearhead that. And it's such a honor to have been a part of it, but they really helped me because of that campaign. I was able to go and march for, against Proposition 8. I was on CNN. I went against, the president of NOM, the National Organization for Marriage, which actually spearheaded Prop 8, which was really just a hate campaign, it really was. So, but yeah, I given props, to the No Hate, campaign more than anything because they help really give me the platform to speak out about it.
Well, and the thing is, there's a lot of allies that are lowercase a allies, as I like to call them. They're there. They they're not like technically doing hateful things, but you earned your capital A status with that because a lot of times it's like they don't want to have the actions and you put the actions into it. So I just wanted to make sure that anything else, I wanted to give you props for that because that was
thank
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
That means a lot, Thank you. It was that was a crazy time. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so let's go into some reality TV stuff really fast. Okay. I know that you are from Rhode Island.
Yes.
Right? And you heard obviously that they're doing a Housewives franchise.
Yes, and I met with the producers and I wanted it so bad. So bad. Because, I've been up for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills twice. And the first time Yolanda got it and the second time like Megan Tilly and that crew got it. But when they were doing Rhode Island, for me, I was just like, oh my God, to be able to go back to where, my heart, my home and work in Rhode Island was just like, I got to say, I was pretty devastated on that one.
Oh,
yeah. I know that you talked about it openly that you're like, why was I not picked? Like, do you think?
Yeah, and Claudia Jordan, like, how could you?
Yeah.
Like, we are like, because she's from Rhode Island and she's just so fierce, but I was like, oh, maybe second season. You never know. They might come enough.
You never know.
And you were a former Miss USA. I feel like, especially there, how many Miss USAs do we have in the Real Housewives or Val? You know what I mean? Like, I feel
was
like
Miss Rhode Island Team USA.
I was like, it's a shoo-in. You should have definitely been it. Like,
right.
What do you think you would have brought to the show? That's like
Oh, girl, I am so good at drama.
I was like, I don't even think we need to ask that question because I mean,
I can tear some shit up on television. I know how. I just understand. It's so interesting because from the time we did Meet the Barkers, when there were no lawyers involved, and we just walked into restaurants and was like, "Hey, can we film here?" And we literally just had crews following us every day from morning till night, and what they got, they got. But now, and even doing, VH1's Hollywood X's, that show is kind of it's so scripted, and the talent kind of comes together and they're like, all right, we're going to fight. I'm going to fight with you over this. And then we're going to fight, with you over that. Yeah. And then
Bravo would never.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No, Bravo would never. Oh, no.
The network isn't doing it. The talent is doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
we don't allow that. We would kick somebody out so fast if they tried to pull that in our group.
Really? Yeah. These girls, and not just that, everything was so legal. Like, even to film somewhere, we had to get all this, legal permission from the restaurants, or, it was just like, I was like, this is so different from when I did it, It was like,
well, even now, for any show, especially in LA, you do have to have permission to film at a restaurant, or unless it's our house or something that we own ourselves. Right. You have to have permission from the state, the city,
landlord,
whatever, the landlord, whoever.
Yeah, there's so much red tape.
Yes. Yeah. But with our, we make sure it's very real with our show. We might be meeting at this restaurant, but we get to talk about what we want to talk about. It's very, cool. It's very, very.
I think it makes it more organic and it makes it more real, So if there is, we had the producers too, they were, they would be like, oh, so, she said this about you. I don't know if you might want to ask your co-star about this one saying that about you. And
no, they don't tell us what other people say.
Yeah, we
don't find out until the show airs.
Yeah, and then that's what that reunion's for.
Yeah, and then we're like, hold on, wait, I didn't even know all this was happening.
Exactly.
Because because you're not with somebody when they're filming 24/7. So you don't know what, I don't know what Zach is filming. He doesn't know what I'm filming.
Unless we're filming together.
Yeah, we might hear something and get upset about something, but you're not.
Oh my God.
To know what's happening, So we find out later on. That's why the after show especially is so dramatic.
Oh my God. That's really fun though. See, now that's something I would be really into. I'd like that.
Yeah. Well, so for because the Valley, we are a real friend group that they basically had it from our friends.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah.
Do you have any connections with the Rhode Island girls that you think maybe in the future you could be pulled in?
Absolutely. One of the girls is a makeup artist for the Miss Rhode Island USA organization. So for me, that's really natural and cool. And I've heard wonderful things. Another one of the girls, I believe she does injections, med spa stuff. And I was going to go to her just to go. But Rhode Island is so small. I think I even dated one of the guys that one of the girls dated. So
yes.
Okay, even if you did it, let's start that rumor now.
Yeah.
Season 2, here we come.
Yeah, right. I'm there's that. But yeah,
oh my goodness.
I can make it happen pretty easy,
Well, we are all in. Bravo. Yeah. Let's get her on. Let's get her on as a housewife, because hello.
Right.
Iconic to have somebody from way back in the day.
I saw all their their promo shoots, and they were in big seashells holding pearls, and I was like, oh,
it was so cute. I actually was
so cute.
I was like, why isn't our cast photo in in shells holding pearls?
Right.
We're in the Valley.
I was like, what's the Valley version of that? In a dumpster holding a hamburger?
He says that because he still lives in West Hollywood.
I live in West Hollywood.
But as you see, he's at my house in the Valley right now.
True.
Yeah, I lived in WeHo for a long time as well. I didn't realize how much a mattress could change my nights until I switched to my Lisa. I got the Sapira Hybrid. It has this soft upscale feel that genuinely makes me look forward to bedtime. Lisa has a lineup of beautifully crafted mattresses tailored to how you sleep. Each mattress is designed with specific sleep positions and feel preferences in mind.
From night one, you'll feel the difference. Premium materials that deliver serious comfort and full body support no matter how you sleep. Leesa mattresses are meticulously designed and assembled in the USA for exceptional quality. Plus, they back it all up with free shipping, easy returns, and a 120-night sleep trial. Leesa has been tested and awarded Best Hybrid Mattress by New York Times, Wirecutter, and is exclusively featured by West Elm as their go-to mattress partner. Leesa isn't just about sleep, it's about impact. They donate thousands of mattresses each year to those in need, while also partnering with organizations like Clean Hub to help remove harmful plastic waste from our oceans, which I love. Go to Leesa.com for 25% off, plus get an extra $50 off with promo code RealityHits, exclusive for my listeners. That's LEESA.com, promo code RealityHits for 25% off, plus an extra $50 off. Support our show and let them know we sent you after checkout. Leesa.com, promo code RealityHits. During the week, my schedule is nonstop. Meetings, errands, late nights, and healthy eating is usually the first thing to slip. Tempo keeps me grounded with real meals I can heat in just 2 minutes, so I don't default to snacks or takeout. Tempo delivers fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals right to your door. Each meal is perfectly portioned for lunch or dinner and ready in just 2 minutes. That means real food, real fast, without the sad desk lunch or drive-through regret. With 20 new recipes every week made from nutrient-rich ingredients, Tempo keeps things exciting and helps you stay consistent with healthy habits. Even busy athletes like Maria Sharapova swear by Tempo for balanced meals that help them stay on top of their wellness goals. And no matter your goals, there's a Tempo meal for you. Protein-packed meals with up to 30 grams of protein, calorie-conscious, even GLP-1 balanced meals. It's convenient but also flexible enough to fit the way you want to eat. For limited time, Tempo is offering my listeners 60% off your first box. Go to tempomills.com/realityhits. That's tempomills.com/realityhits for 60% off your first box. tempomills.com/realityhits. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Okay, so you had a TV show with Travis Barker.
Yes.
And Meet the Barkers.
Yeah.
Ran for 2 seasons, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
2 seasons. Okay. Looking back now, how do you reflect on your relationship with Travis? What do you feel like people get wrong about it?
Oh gosh. At the end of the day, it's a reality show, right? So it was supposed to be funny and like entertaining, I just get like a lot of havoc, because people are always like, oh my God, all she did was stay in bed and sleep all day, And I'm like, okay, first of all, I just had a baby. I had my daughter who was like 4, and then I had Landon who was 1, and then I was pregnant on the show. And I was the one who was like up all night with the babies. Like Travis was either on tour or he was in the studio. And so, I would always be like the one rocking. Like I would go put my daughter Atiana in bed and put on like the Wiggles or something. And then I would go rock Landon, while I had Bama in like her car seat. And then once I got Landon down, then I would go rock Bama and put her down. And at that age, they just wake up like every 3 hours. So I just never slept. Like I was never sleeping. I was up every like 3 hours. So I don't know. People think I'm like narcoleptic or something, or I was just like in sleeping. I'm like, bitch, I'm exhausted.
Well, I will say, as a mother now, I feel like, especially back then, no one talked about postpartum.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
No one talked about postpartum at all. And like how difficult it was or anything like that. And like all the hormones and all the emotions and everything going through. So do you think maybe you were dealing with some of that as you look back?
I think looking back in hindsight, like, I'm probably sure there was some of that, on top of the fact that we had camera crews in our home 24/7. And our whole house was set like a stage. So we had the cameras in the house, like in the corners of our houses at all times. And when you're just so hyper aware that you're being monitored 24/7, And I had C-sections, so it just took me like longer to recover. I had 3 C-sections and, and then having to get up and, pretend, make good TV, but
Yeah.
I mean, I look back at those episodes and I watch them and it's just like the craziest time capsule of a TV show to watch. And it was organic. We were in love and it was a beautiful time in my life. And it's so cool that we actually have it documented. Cause when I look at it, I feel like I'm looking at, like, I'm watching another human being. Like I don't even see myself, if that makes sense. It's like, wow, look at those 2 kids.
Yeah.
You definitely feel that.
I look back on some of my time on Vanderpump Rules and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that's still.
Wait in 20 years when you watch it. It's really freaky.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine, but I can't imagine at the same time. Because right now I'm in the thick of going through a public divorce, going through co-parenting, going through all these things, which I know.
Isn't it fun to do in the public eye too? And
exactly. That was going to be one of my next questions.
I was going to be like, you guys really have some similarities.
Yeah. Was it hard for you to watch your split with Travis and it become such a big public storyline?
Oh, I mean, it was one of the biggest challenges of my life. Yeah, it was just, and our whole show was about how in love we were in our marriage and building this family and traveling and life and then to like have it just sort of dismantled and waking up every morning and putting on TMZ and seeing like some new horrid, news flash. And it was just like, God, this is so humiliating and embarrassing. And, it was hard. It was very hard.
Now, there was something that I saw. There was maybe a little, I think you guys might have actually created online clapbacks. I think you might have created the original.
Oh, yeah. We were like fighting on MySpace. Like
on MySpace, yes. I saw a post that he had done, and then you were like, whoa, this is completely out of like pocket.
Yeah.
Do you think because the internet was so new and everything, like how did you guys navigate not only, the press and the reality show, but then the social media of it? Because you guys were kind of at the beginning of it all.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the Wild West, and no one really understood reality TV then. Our lives were so insanely wild and we had so much press all the time. And it was just like constant. It was just it was just the way my life was. I never like looked at it like any other way. It almost felt weird if my life wasn't being pushed onto people,
Yeah.
It would have been like, oh no, what's wrong? My career is failing because I'm not, on TMZ. It's like the weirdest thing.
Do you feel like now, looking back on your time on that show, that you have closure from that time of your life?
Oh yeah, for 100%. Yeah, absolutely. But, I look back on it, fondly. It was really a beautiful time in my life and it was a great experience and I don't regret it at all,
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I look back on my crazy times on Vanderpump. I know it's not the same, but like, I still look back and I'm so grateful for that time of my life. Like it changed my life. So I'm always going to be so grateful. Since we have so much in common in a weird way. Your daughters are older and your son Landon, they're a lot older now. My
oldest is going to be 27 next month and I'm like not okay with it.
I cannot believe that. So your oldest is with Zach is
with Oscar De La Hoya, right?
Yes. Atiana Cecilia De Loya.
She's so pretty. She's so pretty. By the way.
All of your kids.
I mean, all of them are gorgeous.
All of your kids are gorgeous.
They all have good hearts. They're all like really good humans, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. And Alabama and Landon are your children with Travis. How is co-parenting now that they're older? Because I need to see what my future could hopefully.
Travis and I, the only thing we probably agree on is our kids and co-parenting. So even no matter when we really butt heads and really highly disliked one another, we definitely would always come together for the kids no matter what. There were just points in time when the only thing that we would ever discuss with each other was the kids. But, Alabama had an issue last week and Travis and I were there with her, talking her through it and co-parenting. You know, it's like, just, you know, that's just one thing when it comes to your kids, you put those differences aside, and, you know, your well-being and the mental health of your child is first, you know?
I will say it is lucky that you actually have, you know, a cognizant and, you know, sane ex-husband, whereas she doesn't have that same experience. So I feel
well,
like,
you know, see, Oscar was like never there, right? Like he just like abandoned our daughter, you know?
Really?
So
Still to this day, or is he in her life now?
Well, he has a new girlfriend, and he's kind of having his midlife crisis era right now, and we're just letting him do that, you know? So we're just going to let him do that. But I really always think, you know, Travis was the one that really was the father figure in my oldest daughter's life. So I think she looks at Oscar like, okay, that's my father, but Travis is my dad, you know? And, you know, so there's that. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I bet you have so many crazy stories.
I do.
So much. I wish we could just talk to you for 3 hours straight right now.
Girl, I will give you like the deets, but you know what I'm saying, since it's menopause, you just like get brain fog and forget things. So I'm like, this is what I was saying. Yeah. Oscar was just like not there. But Travis was a very present father, you know, he was always there. So I kind of had the extremes, you know, one's gone, one's like really there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because I wish hers would not be there.
But you never know. I mean, it took Travis and I, you know, almost 20 years to kind of get to a place where, you know, there's more of a mutual respect.
It's been almost 20 years. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. And Oscar and I didn't really, you know, have a conversation where there was real, probably 15, 16 years. Yeah. It took a long time.
Wow. So since you are like an OG with reality TV, and now your family is kind of wrangled back in with the biggest with the biggest reality TV stars
that are
the Kardashians.
Yeah.
How are you handling that? Like, how is that for you as the mother of your children that are now?
Because they're still, especially Landon and Alabama, they're still, you know, very impressionable in that age where, you know, they're still young.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, that's their family now, whether I like it or not. You know, he married into that family. That is their stepmother. Her children are their, you know, step brothers and sisters. And, you know, it really has nothing to do with me. You know, I could harbor a lot of animosity and anger from things that happened decades ago, or, you know, as long as my kids are being treated well, and my kids, and they're good to my kids, which they are, they're good to my children, and my children are happy, then that's all I can, you know, be grateful for, you know, and so that's kind of it. You know, I try not to like harbor too much attention on it. I mean, I can't really avoid it. They're everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, it's out there. It's going to be everywhere now. So that has to be, while you are in such a good place and doing so much better with it all. I can only imagine that sometimes it's like it could be difficult on you.
It's definitely like their fan base can get very rabid and like very bullying towards me, but that's fine. You know, I'm not quiet about my feelings. I'm very vocal about certain things. So, you know, that just comes with being someone who's very outspoken. I don't care. I have very thick skin. This isn't my first rodeo. Right. But, you know, it's like when it comes to my kids, you know, if they were not being nice to my kids, then we'd have a serious problem. But my kids, you know, my kids enjoy their time with them. And, you know, I kind of try to just, as long as it's not affecting my relationship with my children, which at one point it did, I'm cool. But now it's, you know, we've all kind of moved through it.
Do you have conversations with Courtney since they've gotten married and they have a child of their own? Like, did you guys have like co-parenting conversations at all? Like, I wonder what that would be like, because if my ex got with someone, like, would I sit down with that person and have a conversation with her about like things I expect around my son?
Yeah, I think that's a very valid thing. I don't know. And, you know, I could be very, very wrong here. So I don't think those women have those conversations with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think they...
So there was no like respectful, like, I'm going to be around your children now and I want you to know I will love them and respect them. Like, that's what I would expect if someone was going to come into my son's life.
Yeah, no.
What?
No. And at one point in time, I felt it wasn't respectful. And
kind of the opposite.
Yeah, I felt at certain times it was kind of like, wow, you know, if I had your kids, I wouldn't be doing some of the shit you're doing with my kids. You know what I mean? Like, I would make sure that, you know, if I was, you know, watching her children, I would have just made sure there were certain things that just lines that weren't crossed. And I felt like there were some lines that were crossed, but, you know, it is what it is. It's happened. And, you know, I think we've all moved forward from it now. But yeah, it was definitely, you know, it's those
but
people
still
don't understand that power. Huh?
Sorry, yeah, no, they do have a lot of power. That's why I'm like wondering. But still, to this day, you don't have conversations with.
Oh no, I don't talk to that family. I don't like that family.
Well, I know, like, I can understand, but I would think that there would be conversations like after all this time that they're together now.
You know, I will say this,
especially as the mother of his children.
Yeah, you know, I will say this. There's been times where, you know, one of my children may have had like something going on in their lives where I know Courtney's been in the room, you know, when we're all trying to, you know, guide or help one of my kids. But, you know, and it's not to say that in the future, you never know, you know, maybe she and I will go to lunch one day, you know, and just kind of, you know, I don't know, just have some sort of common respect for one another, or maybe we never will. Nothing's impossible. You never know what can happen. So
is that more of a you thing or a her thing?
I think it's an equal thing. Okay. I think it's a dual thing. Yeah.
It's like right now, it's definitely both. I understand that. I understand that.
But I'm just saying, you never know. Like, life is funny, you know, like who knows, you know, maybe one day she and I will be best friends and vacationing together. You know, you never know.
Sometimes it takes me forever to do my makeup, and that is so annoying. I hate having that caked on look that does not look natural, that you can see the creases, you can see, you know, how much foundation you're using and all that stuff. That's why I love Jones Road Beauty. The best part of Jones Road Beauty, all of their products are actually good for your skin. Every formula is packed with skin-loving ingredients. It nourishes your skin instead of clogging or caking. It looks and feels natural, like you're not wearing makeup at all. Jones Road doesn't just have their famous Miracle Balm. They've built a full lineup of effortless skincare staples like their Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer, a lightweight, non-comedogenic formula that smooths and evens skin's tones with a soft touch of coverage, hides redness, looks natural, and feels like nothing on your skin. Jones Road Beauty just launched an eyeshadow stick, and it's already a staple. It's creamy, high pigment eyeshadow stick designed for real life. Swipe on and blend with fingers, no brush, no fallout, no fuss. Beginner friendly and incredibly easy to use. Ready for day or night, natural or dramatic looks. In other words, this product is as versatile as it gets. Pairs seamlessly with Miracle Balm for an effortless, polished look. Modern day makeup that's clean, strategic, and multifunctional for effortless routines. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a free shimmer face oil on their first purchase when they use code REALITY at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use code REALITY at checkout. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you.
You know,
I mean, whenever you think of them at the same time, they have like a lot of, it seems like, respect for the family, like with like Chloe and Tristan and taking care of like his brother and stuff like that. So I would have expected, like, finding out from you that you guys don't even have conversations. That's like kind of shocking to me.
Oh God, no. You know, and the thing is, if certain things didn't happen, you know, decades ago, certain things didn't take place, and I had just met them, I probably really liked them. You know, I probably
what happened decades ago?
So because I don't know if all of our listener or all of your listeners know, would you like to say what specifically happened, or are we allowed to bring it up?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it before,
It's not like,
yeah, I had just gotten like texts from an anonymous number that Travis and Kim were having an inappropriate relationship.
Wait, Kim?
And it was like part of the reason why
I knew she didn't even know what you were talking about. I knew it. See, this is why I'm here.
Wait, Travis and Kim?
Yes. So I divorced for that reason, and it was.
Was it found out to be true?
Oh, I mean, I believe. I mean, I don't know. Everyone can. I've talked about it openly.
They have never admitted it.
But Courtney's married to him now.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's why it's crazy.
Oh my God!
Not her just having like a full bombshell when I've known this for like obviously years.
Well, I'm writing a book right now, and I just finished my book actually.
Good.
Oh my God!
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. And I go very, very much into detail about all of it. But it's really only a chapter in my book. It's not like
No, you've
my whole book. People will say like, "Oh my God, this is all you talk about," but it's because when I go on like podcasts and stuff, these are the questions like I'm asked. I don't mind.
I know. I'm sorry. I was just told you'll talk about anything, so I
will talk about anything. I really don't. I don't care. But
we know that media is going to pick up that one part that they can put that, that gotcha headline on.
Sure.
And you could say all the nicest stuff. We could talk about, your work and blah, blah, blah. And what are they going to use? Oh, she talked about that. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And it's just, and I get it, people are generally curious, and it's been something that's been, in TikTok land and, and everything like that. But, yeah. So back to your original question, I just think, if certain things like that didn't happen in the past, it maybe wouldn't have made the transition into this new family and marriage so complicated.
Right.
And, and that's why I was saying, if that stuff didn't happen, and I had just met these girls out and about running around LA and Hollywood, I probably would really like them as people. I probably would have fun with them. But that's just not, that's not my experience, and I'm going to stay true to my experience.
Everyone thinks that Kim and Travis had a past.
Well, he wrote a book. He wrote a book, and he talks about like his obsession with her in the book. Yeah. Meanwhile, when he was married to me, so it's like
you didn't know that. She's like not. She doesn't hear these things in like pop culture land, and so.
Yeah. I am shooketh because why would he marry Courtney if he like was openly obsessed?
Listen, that's what we all are wondering.
I didn't know it was one of those. I just thought it was like
surface level. No, this is crazy.
Yeah,
that's in the past. Yeah. Going back to that time period though, I do feel like did you love LA in that time period, like the 2000s, 2010, when it was just like, I feel like that was the heyday of clubs. Yeah. There was no like real like, smartphones out there to like catch it out or whatever. Was that like how fun was it? Like, what was your experience in the LA scene like?
I mean, the 90s and the 2000s were just epic, I mean, those nightclubs, we call it, like the OG Hollywood, like people, the crew of people, it's just, those are some amazing, amazing memories. It's just not like that anymore. LA is just not the same. You would go to nightclubs, and I talk about this in my book because I don't want it to feel like I'm name dropping in my book, but it was just like, those are like the celebrities that you would see Heath Ledger and Leonardo, and, you would see all, we were just out. We were just in the same circles. We were all just running around together, so it was just this, and every night it was just like a different club. And even, Hugh Hefner and his Playboy Mansion parties, and, Jack Nicholson was there, and Jim Carrey was there, and, big A-list stars were there. And now it's just, I don't even know what nightclubs are or what, kids go or what they do.
I know.
You go out way more than me.
I go out all the time, and it's
for some reason some people think I like am out all the time. I am not. Zach takes me to West Hollywood, and I'm like, if you can meet me in the Valley, maybe like.
and I can promise you, I cannot meet you in the Valley. So.
I know. I moved to Calabasas. Like, I was one of the first people in Calabasas before the Kardashians were there. Like everyone. And I just remember no one would drive there. Like, it was like, it's really not that far.
It really is, though.
Now it's like the mecca of cool, but.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the 90s and 90s, 2000s in LA are really, really fun. But, the stars just don't go out like they used to because.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and people in general. And now Gen Z doesn't drink. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, get it together, guys. Stop ruining the good things we handed you. We handed this shit to you, and now you want to ruin it? You want to ruin it? Now we have to go back out to clubs to keep it going? Like,
exactly.
Fine,
Yeah.
I'll do the legwork if I have to. But
Oh my God.
Well, when I'm going to be in LA next month, I'll totally go out with you and we can go.
Oh my God.
No, you
Wait,
have to.
I'll come
Let's
out.
go.
I'll come out if you're there.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'll feel like a dinosaur.
We'll come
up in
out
that
for you,
club.
but not me.
I will come out for you too, Zach. You know that, but he normally just comes over to my house.
I love
No,
it.
you have to come out with us. It'll be so
I
much
will
fun.
so go out with you. I remember my son Landon took me. It was so funny. He took me to Barney's Beanery, which
I live on that street.
yeah, which is like in the 90s though. That was like like Johnny Depp and shit
Yep.
was there. Like,
Yeah.
it was fucking cool. And I'm just like, and he was like, "Mom, let's go out," and I went to Barney's Beanery and I was like, you guys would go to Barney's Beanery? Like we went to that like 20 years ago. This is now back in style again.
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
I felt like I was the fucking crypt keeper up in there. I felt like such
Live.
a dinosaur. I felt like these kids were 12 years old. I was like,
Well-
this is so disheartening. Like it was crazy. We just
You know
laughed.
what,
at
though?
the
At
boys.
least you don't look like it.
Yeah,
you know what I
no.
mean?
So you're
Oh.
very appreciative.
Gorgeous.
But when you get the youngins around, I start to look my age.
Oh my goodness. Okay, if you could do one reality TV moment over, what would it be?
Oh God, like in my own personal career?
Yeah, in your own personal career.
Oh God, I guess I'm Dancing with the Stars.
I was gonna say, were you gonna say that? That's funny.
I guess when I did Dancing with the Stars, because I just had Alabama. She was 6 months old, and I wore this ugly ass like outfit. I would have wore like bright colors and just like, and I would have practiced harder and more. And I don't know. I got beat by Jerry Springer. Okay. Like,
Wait, I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God, iconic.
well, because he has like a huge ass fan base.
Yes,
yeah.
Motherfuckers called in for him. I was like, but I loved Jerry Springer more than anything in the
Oh, me
world.
too. Like
Was
that
he
was
so
what I.
nice?
He was the smartest man I've ever spoken to. He was one of the funniest men I've ever spoken to, and he was a gentleman. And I just I wish the world would just know what an incredible human being he was. Like one of my favorite people I've ever met in my life.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
definitely like it was Jerry Springer and Maury. Like if you skipped school, you were at
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
That was what was on daytime television that you
Maury.
watched.
Yeah, totally.
You know what's like, and he was also. It's crazy because people forget that like sometimes in reality TV or like Jerry Springer, he was the mayor of Cincinnati. Like he's very smart, very like
he was so smart. Like it was wild. You just felt so like heard and he, I don't know, his energy was just a beautiful person. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So obviously you've navigated very public relationships.
Yes, clearly.
What did those experiences teach you about yourself?
Gosh, I wish I could go back to my younger self and just really know my value of who I am as a woman. I don't think I had low self-esteem, but I think, from certain traumas from when I was younger, made me tolerate behavior that was absolutely unacceptable. And I wish that, I had saw those red flags earlier and left the room. I wish I had done that sooner.
You know what? To add to that, I think it's so funny that you are not funny, but it's like so apropos that you say that you didn't have low self-esteem, but you felt a certain way. I think it was also that time period. It's like that's when Britney Spears was like harassed and you were harassed. And I feel like you were all like everybody during that time, they were painting women as these like hysterical people when really they were just living their lives and you're sensational.
Yeah, I mean, and then you had people like Perez Hilton, like,
oh God, the
who
worst.
were like drawing dicks on our faces and like cum on our faces.
It was so. You know what? I saw something where he tried to apologize and someone didn't accept his apology, and he he was like, but I apologized. And I'm like, dude, what you did to not only women, but just people. And he had tried to out people and do all this stuff. I was like, whether it was your low self-esteem or not, that was disgusting. And it
was like, if you really look at in today's environment, especially if anyone started doing that, it's pretty crazy. And I remember, when he got punched in the face, and he went on his blog and was hysterically crying and was like pissed and was like, and where I come from in the East Coast, you talk shit, you get punched in the face. So,
right.
That's just what happens where I come
Agreed.
from, and I just thought that was so Hollywood, wow, you guys just want to fuck other people's husbands and, draw dicks and shit on women's faces. And then you're shocked when you get punched in the face. But he did apologize to me publicly, which I accepted. I thought he definitely grew from it. But the damage of when that was being done was, you could never fix that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you punch Paris Hilton in the face?
I did. Yes, I did. I just told you don't fuck other people's husbands.
No, you said I was debating whether I was going to go there or not, but you kept talking about punch in the face, and I was like, "This is my opportunity to slide."
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, she originally, when I separated from my fiance Oscar, she had an affair with him. And she and I had words over Oscar.
Lord.
And then when Travis and I first we were still married, but we separated, she had an affair with him. And I was like, okay. I was like, so, two times.
You're like,
got away with it.
I
gave you a warning the first time, and the second time we're gonna go at it. So
holy hell!
Yeah. And I talk about it all in my book. Don't worry, it's all in my book.
Thank God! I can't wait. I cannot wait to read this book.
Please send me a copy.
Yeah.
I'll buy one too. But
absolutely,
we need to read
about everything.
The unpublished manuscript yesterday.
Yes, I talk about every facet of my life, from pageantry to Miami, New York, LA, my relationships with Oscar, Travis, even now with my boyfriend Greg, and it's not a book to slander anybody. I'm not trying to degrade anybody's. It's just a book about my point of view from and the lessons I've learned, because my fan base is a lot of divorced women who are going through divorces, women who've been in narcissistic abuse relationships. Mm-hmm. So I want this book to be something that inspires and empowers women through trauma. So it's definitely, I talk about things, but I'm talking about it from my point of view, because I feel like I was silenced for so many years from the machine. Yeah. And so that's what it's about. So I just want to make sure no one thinks it's not going to,
we don't think that
at all. And also, I think we need to make it clear, this stuff that majority that we're talking about is from years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's
years and years. You've grown. You're a different person now.
Absolutely.
Except I'd still hit somebody that would do that. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've grown.
My husband.
If you've been listening to this podcast for a while or follow me on Instagram, you already know that I love Nutrafol. After having Cruise, I noticed I had so much shedding, especially around my hairline, and Nutrafol helped me. It's been amazing. So many of my family and friends use it as well. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand and is the #1 hair growth supplement brand personally used by dermatologists. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are peer-reviewed, NSF certified for sport, and clinically tested to measure improvements in hair growth, quality, and strength. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Nutrafol offers multiple formulas for men and women tailored to different life stages like postpartum or menopause, and lifestyle factors such as a plant-based diet, so you get support that's actually right for you. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine is easy. Order online, no prescription is needed, with automated deliveries and free shipping to keep you on track. Plus, with a Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20% and get added perks to support your hair health journey. Let your hair be one less thing to worry about. See visibly thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code RealityHits. That's Nutrafol.com, Nutrafol.com, promo code RealityHits.
So since you were talking about, narcissism and all those other things, what would be some advice you would give to other women who are leaving a public relationship or... Yeah, let's talk about a public relationship first.
Did you like how I was like, give some advice to her because maybe we also do a therapy session offline too.
Well, the first thing is leaving is leaving. Mm-hmm. So, that's very difficult for women to do, but it doesn't matter if you leave a month, a year, when you leave, that is like the first step, no contact, right? Like going no contact. And I think it's important for women to understand you might break no contact. You might have a moment of weakness, but that's okay. Like try again. Again. I had to try 4 times going no contact before I really went no contact.
Yeah.
And, that is key. But if you want your life, if you want the life that you dream about, you're never going to get it until you do that no contact. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I look back and I really think if I had stayed where I was, I would have probably been really hurt. Like I probably would have been, and this is where a lot of women, it's a statistic that women, when they do try to leave, is when the majority of them get really hurt by their abusers or get killed. Yep. So it's not even like a romanticizing love or the relationship you've created in your head that doesn't exist. It's you're going to lose your life if you don't go no contact, and you're never going to have the life you dream of if you stay with a person that doesn't love you.
I think that's hard for a lot of women. Like you fantasize this future.
Yes.
You were like dreaming that you were going to have.
And it's a death, it's a death. It's like a feeling.
Yeah, you're mourning like a death.
Yeah, it's mourning something but you know what? It was never there to begin with.
Right.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
As you said, I had to stay silent because I just want to be like.
Yeah, I was talking about in general.
Non-general, real fast.
It doesn't matter, if you're in the public eye or you live in a boat, a little town. Sometimes living in those small towns where every neighbor knows every neighbor's business is even harder. Yeah. All my shit is out in the open, like you can't blackmail me. You can Google my vagina. I don't care, it's like, there's nothing I'm hiding. So, but I do care about women getting, and it's another thing, and not to like harp on that, but it's learning to like love ourselves again and forgiving ourselves for allowing, like for me, the hardest thing was like, why did I put myself in a place with someone to treat me like that? Like, what was wrong with me? I really had to figure out like why I allowed it and forgive myself for that. And that was really hard.
Well, and it's because I feel like a lot of times it's like you think that way, but it's like it's actually that other person's manipulation and tactics that you didn't even know were going on behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. And they're good at it.
They're they know so good. And they're usually so charming that they've already proactively thought about how to turn everybody else and make you look like the crazy one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was actually going to do I was going to do this post now, but it's a picture and it's unflattering. It's a picture that my abuser took of me, and it's called reactive abuse, right? When they make you like so crazy that you finally flip a shit, right?
I know.
And,
yes.
My guy would film me and take pictures of me, and you can see him in the corner just very calm and I'm like losing my mind.
Push you to the edge.
Yeah, and I'm gonna post it because I think a lot of women are ashamed of that, but it's like they're good at pushing you to the point where you lose it and then record it, and then they're gonna go show your friends, your family, everybody else, and go, look how crazy she is. Look at her. Just look at her. She's nuts. This is what I have to put up with. This. And I think that's
so good
scary.
at that.
And it's like like the one time that
the one time you're gonna blow after the abuse for so long.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I love that you wrote a book. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you have a podcast. I mean, I could go on talking with you for so much longer. I have a couple questions that fans wrote in.
Okay.
I'm scared to ask this one. This is from Kirsten. Do you think that Travis has cheated on Courtney?
I do not. No.
Okay, good.
I do not. No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
I was scared to ask that one because I'm like, I do like the Kardashians too, but I love you and getting to know you more. I'm like, oh my gosh, like your story is so inspiring and amazing. So, I think two things can be true at one time, meaning like maybe they are doing good now.
And a lot of, on TikTok, a lot of people are like, oh, like he's cheated on her. Like you won. That's not a victory for me, seeing another woman have that done to her, but I don't think that's the case. No.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah, that's
growth because you're in a happy relationship. I feel like you have healed so much, right?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. A lot of work, a lot of inner work that I had to do.
Okay. If you could be on any reality TV show, what would it be?
I'm going to guess Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
I do want to do that. I really do want to do that, but I want to go on Traitors.
No, yes, everybody.
Everybody says Traitors.
Listen, good. Come on with us. We'll all three go on together.
I want to do it so bad.
Yeah.
Would you guys want to be a traitor or a
faithful?
A faithful.
You go first.
I think I think if I was a traitor,
people
would
know
see right through it because, or are people going to think I'm a traitor just because Zach had a good point last time we talked about the traitors. Other people that come on the show might not know you as a TV personality. They might not know how you are.
They might not watch your show.
And I am like a well-known laugher. Like I laugh all the time and I giggle all the time, whether I'm uncomfortable, whether I'm happy, whether like we could be saying a prayer and I might look at my friend and laugh like that's just who I am. So somebody might be on the Traitors and they're like thinking
You're
like
laughing.
I'm doing something out of pocket, but really
right. Yeah. So faithful for you.
I don't know if I could be a traitor and like really keep up a lie that good.
I am actually actively training myself to try to be a traitor right now because I don't lie. The one thing that like
you don't lie, but you could be a traitor because it's for a show,
right? And I can learn to act, and I'm learning how not to smile and do all those things. I'm literally playing. I have like a group of gamers, and we play this game that's similar to Traitors, and I'm learning like literal. I'm actually training right now. Okay, if I'm gonna go in,
are you, like,
I know
in the basement playing like Dungeons and Dragons or something
similar, but yes. So I could be either, and I would be happy. What about you?
I think I could be either, and I'd be happy. But I would really like to be a traitor. Like I think I would be very good at it. So yeah.
I mean, you're doing it for a purpose. It's not like you're maliciously being a mean person.
I look at it like an acting job. You know
exactly.
Like I have to act like a person. You know, like a. It would be like an acting gig.
Are you watching the current season?
No, I haven't. I wanted to wait till it's finished because then I binge watch it.
I like doing that too.
Okay, well then I won't give away anything, but let's just say if I was going to be in a traitor triad, like, in a threesome, my thing is I would say, listen, the only way we're getting to the end is honor amongst thieves. Like, we can lie to everybody else, but let's not lie to each other to try to get the best. And I feel like a lot of times the traders just can't keep it together.
But how would you know who was lying to you?
Well, you'll find out real quick.
So really fast, because I know you did a lot of like acting jobs in your career as well. You were on Friends, right?
I wasn't on Friends. I was on the spinoff Joey.
Joey. Because I was like looking, it was like Joey giving you an award.
Which was like, that was actually the same studio where they filmed Friends.
Yes. And Joey's iconic.
Oh my God, it was so cool. And my dressing room was Jennifer Aniston's old dressing room. And I thought it was just like the coolest acting gig I ever did. It was
What was one of your favorites one of your favorite acting gigs that you got to do?
One of my favorites, I loved Pacific Blue. I was a series regular. It was just so much fun. We filmed in Venice. We were like bike cops, and people would think we were like real cops and come up to us.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because we were like in uniforms,
Right.
But it was like, that was such a fun time. So, and Mario Lopez was on that with me.
Yeah.
We had so much fun when we did Dancing with the Stars together. So
yeah,
it's really fun.
Come in on Dancing with the Stars?
I got voted off like the second week. I got so screwed. That's why I'm like, I need a redo.
We need a redemption. We need a redemption
right?
for you. Yeah.
I do. Or I would love to go back to Celebrity Big Brother. I felt like I got a little screwed on that too.
I got a lot of people that wrote in that said that they loved you on that show.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a good time.
If you had to pick one reality TV star right now, who would be your favorite?
Oh gosh. Oh my God. I don't know. I watch so much. I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to you on that one. I mean, you.
Yeah. There are a lot of reality TV personalities out there right now. Okay. Can you please tell everyone where to find you, where to listen to your podcast, your Instagram, all that good stuff?
Yes, absolutely. I would love for you guys to tune in. You can go to the Wicked Awesome Podcast.com. We're on Spotify, Apple, Amazon. Like, share, leave a review. I would love that. You can go to my Instagram. Everything's just at Shanna Moakler for Shanna Moakler 3 on TikTok, at Shanna Moakler, and official Shanna Moakler on Facebook for my older Gen X people out there. All that good stuff.
And wait a second. So you're Shanna Moakler 3 on TikTok?
Because someone stole my name.
So I'm the Zach Wickham on TikTok because there was some Gen Z person that got Zach Wickham, and I'm Zach Wickham on everything else and, whatever. And I was so angry when I had to be the Zach Wickham on.
That's what I had to do on my Facebook. I had to go official Shanna Moakler because they want like $5,000 to give it back. Like they're like, you give me $5,000, and I'm like, I'll just put it the.
You're like, whatever.
People are just so like rude to do that. That's whenever my son was born.
Oh yeah, they tried to take all of them.
People try to take like his first name, his middle name, like everything. So you have to, before you even announce your name, you have to start getting those things because whenever he grows up, I want him to be able to have.
I have like 2 new companies coming out. One's like a health and wellness where I'm selling like hormones and peptides and GLPs. And I went and it's called Hello Foxy. And I went and bought like
all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to because people are cray and just trying to get you.
Yeah.
Me too.
Literally.
Me too.
Is there anything else that you would like to say, like a misconception about yourself that you would like to clear up?
No, I mean, if you heard something about me, you can go back and hear it again. You can add a little to it,
I love that. That's the best attitude to have with that too. Because it's like, why do we care what you think? We don't care what other people think, know?
Yeah, I sleep very well at night knowing that my children, my man, his kids, God, knows the truth. And that's kind of, all you can do. So I'm sorry there's like a literal buzzsaw in the back.
No, it's
It's all right. She's got construction going on again.
Also, do you know when the book comes out or do we not
I'm
have
hoping to get it launched in the next 30 days. I'm talking to a couple publishing houses, but I don't know if I want to go with publishing houses or just publish it myself.
Well, good luck, girl.
Yeah.
We want to have it. We want to see.
We're ready. We'll
I will. Yeah. I will be. I'm very proud of it.
It's been so amazing talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on When Reality Hits. When you come to LA, make sure you hit me and Zach up.
Absolutely. I'm so excited.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of When Reality Hits. We love you. Thanks, Zach, for being on again, too.
You're so welcome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Pluto TV has thousands of free movies and TV shows.
What? This is the mindset. Free. This is the mantra. Free. This is the mindset.
With movies like Joe Dirt, Pixels, and 50 First Dates. This is awesome. And TV shows like Survivor, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Fairly Odd Parents, and Ghosts. Pluto TV is always free.
Huzzah!
Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
You're welcome.